Good morning, good morning. I want to get on here on this today. Again, I am Bernadette Hicks-Kelly, and I want to get on today and share, just have a little chit chat with you. That's my new word, chit chat. Okay, so let's have a little chit chat. I was wrapping gifts and unwrapping some gifts that, from last year and just putting out some Christmas decorations. And in the process of doing that, I really just began to think about how many gifts and how many talents that are located inside of us. That, we all have so many gifts and we all have so many talents. I'm sure that most of us haven't even began to tap into all the gifts and the talents that we have. So I was pulling out these boxes, some of the boxes that I have from last year, and just how beautiful these boxes are. And that's us, we're packaged all beautiful and pretty and all these things. And, just some of my favorite colors here. We're all different sizes, we from all different cultures, all different backgrounds, even the little small packages have gifts and talents. And when I looked at these packages, I just really began to just think about, how God has placed all different types of gifts and all different types of talents inside of all of us. And some of us, are smaller, some of us are larger. And these are all the small boxes I could fit on my desk here. I just wanted to use something to demonstrate. I'm a visual person, so I need visual to um, see things and talk about things. And so this morning, in the process of praying and writing things down, the Lord just gave me to revisit, your desires and ask God how to package it now. And so I want us to talk about that, when we have, I'm sure if we look back, we said there were things that we wanted to do in 2022. And we know that we are nearing an end. Once we start talking about Christmas and Thanksgiving and Halloween and all that kind of stuff, we're coming to the end of the year. And so now we've passed those other holidays and now we are approaching Christmas fastly. So Christmas is just around the corner, as we say. And so the packaging, and when I'm looking at this, and God deals with all of us in different ways. And he just, as he said, the simple things. For me, it's just the really, really simple things. And so just questioning me on, are you using all of your gifts? Are you using all of your talents? And I find that I don't think that I'm using all of my gifts. I don't think that I'm using all of my talents. I don't think that you're using all of your gifts and all of your talents. And how I can always go back and figure out what part I'm missing, what part I left on the table, the beginning of the year, from the beginning of the year until now, is what I've written down through the year. And so I just remember writing, saying, I was going to start another book. And I have some parts of it, but for the last couple of months, my schedule got busy and I haven't gone back to revisit writing the book. So God was just giving me that this morning, is to go back and revisit those things, revisit those talents. And once you revisit, and sure enough, I'm going back and I'm revisiting it this morning, and I realized, it's not packaged the way I thought it would be the first of the year. So and I had to begin to pray and ask God, well, how do I deliver it this time? I thought at that time, this is how it's supposed to be. So maybe the putting it on the shelf was now for God to really open my understanding, open my knowledge as to what direction this new package should be in, or this new dream, or this new vision. How do I package this dream, this vision? How do I package this dream? And so that's what I want you to think of today as you're going throughout your day and you're wrapping gifts and you're unwrapping gifts and doing packaging and all of this and putting out your Christmas decorations, beautiful decorations, is to really ask God, I have all these ideas, I have all these gifts, I have all these talents, but this time, God, how do you want me to package it? How do you want me to set it up? How do you want me to deliver it? And don't follow everything that everyone else is doing. I'm very, very concerned when people do exactly the same thing that someone else is doing. It's like, that's not for you. Maybe that's not how God is giving you to do that. If you are a designer or a builder, you don't have to design your product the same way that someone else designed their product just because it's selling or it looks like it's, everybody want this style, everyone want this. Do what God is telling you to do. Again, get still, get quiet, and just ask God, how should I package it this time? Maybe it's something you've tried in the past and it did not work out. And he's saying, okay, go back and repackage it different. Go back and have a different conversation. So when I'm speaking of packaging, not just what you put your product in, but also how do you deliver your product? Who's your new market now? So maybe your market has changed. Maybe who you should be talking to and your clientele. Maybe your clientele has now changed because as we grow, our circle grow as well. I posted that out a couple of days ago. I was reading that and I said that is so true. The more we grow, then the more our circle will change. Sometimes it may not necessarily grow larger, it may even grow smaller. It is that change is going to come. So as we package, as God gives us ideas, that's going to bring about a change. So on today, I just ask, and I will be praying with you, that God give you an answer as to how your idea should be packaged, how your new idea should be delivered, and go back and revisit those things that God gave you earlier this year, even 5 years ago, 10 years ago. It's not too late. It's absolutely not too late. Have a wonderful Saturday.